what made me. I went into the campaign to go back to my roots. So despite those challenges, we were able to defy the false prophets who had said that DP was going to be relegated and would not even qualify to join IPOD, and that we would not even get a single member of parliament. Unfortunately, those false prophets claimed to be DP. They assured us that we were not going to have a single seat in parliament. I can share with you my own experience of the campaign. I left parliament 20 years ago, and I'm returning 20 years later. The people who were born when I was last in parliament are now the voters. And when they hear the name Norbert Mao, they wonder what he really means. They don't relate to him at all. People tell them about the peace talks in Juba, and they say, well, what about them? We are not in school. That's what we care about. We don't care whether you walked 16 miles to the forests of Garamba in Congo. We don't care how hard you fought for the amnesty law. We don't care about your fight for multi-party democracy. We don't even care about your fights against corruption as a young MP. So I had to be very humble and accept that the ground had shifted. In short, I collided with what you would call a new curriculum. The political curriculum has changed completely. And the Democratic Party and all political parties and all candidates have got to campaign different. We cannot campaign the way our founders campaigned in the 60s. We now have voters who relate more to TikTok celebrities than men and women of solid ideas. We now have an electorate that can change their vote for 2,000 shillings on election day. We now have an electorate that can change their vote for a piece of soap and half a kilo of sugar. I'm glad I went into the contest because I realized that I was out of touch with the real people, the real Ugandans. So to my colleagues, whether you won or lost, I think it is important to reflect on the real things you found there. I've been seeing the discussions on our party platforms. Others are fuming at the secretariat. Others are fuming at the party president. Others are blasting the party. That's not how you will win in 2031. That's if you still want to be a member of parliament or to be elected. You can blame anybody. Everybody was fighting. Even your president was fighting for his political life. And I can assure you, I had more opposition than all of you combined. So the blame game will not work. My message to all our candidates is simple. Let us regroup and rebuild. It is as simple as that. And regrouping means you look at what you mean to your own voters. It is no longer enough to shine on talk shows in Kampala and you think you can be elected in the village. You can be a celebrity here. I can actually be a celebrity here at this press conference. But when I go back to La Ropeche, it is a different ball game because I'm meeting market women who are being chased by creditors. And they are not interested about my discussion of the politics of transition. They are not even interested about constitutional reforms. For them, they want a solution to the simple problem of capital for their small businesses. In short, let's go back to basics and address the real problems of Uganda. So whether you won or lost, from today, reinvent yourself as a mouthpiece to articulate the issues you found on the ground. Talk about them. Don't go into a pause mode and wait until the Secretary General calls for nominations again, and then you surface. So I wish to declare a season of a permanent campaign. So the campaign for the next elections begin today. So today you must decide whether you are still in the battle. If you are in the battle, then start the campaign immediately today. Go back home, hold a small Thanksgiving in your compound. It doesn't matter whether you have 10 people, 20 people, 50 people, but talk about the things you found when you were campaigning. Articulate the problems of young people. Set up a community-based organization. Attend the meetings of the village savings and loan associations and get out of Kampala. All those who were spending all their time fighting the Mao leadership in Kampala went and lost. Because they spend more time talking to me than talking to their voters. And all those who were blaming, saying that BP cannot be voted for, were shocked. We lost our base of Uganda in the last election. And we lost it because of the reckless talk of our own leaders. I said it here in my previous press conferences, that you cannot be a bishop who goes around telling everybody that your church has been sold, that they are no longer worshiping the true God. Then you go and say, bring your children to be baptized. No one will bring their children to you. And worse still, when you are still dressed as a bishop of that very church. So, ironically, what happened was a good thing. So why is it that DP was able to win the majority of seats in Omoro district council? DP has the majority. In Gulu City, in the eastern side, we didn't have a lot of strong candidates of DP. But on the western side, we have seven councillors in that city division council, a large number. In Gulu district, we got the chair and the MP. In Noya, we have 2 out of the 3 parliamentary seats. and we would have even got more. So what was the difference? How come that the DP MPs were able to win in those areas, and then here in the heartland of DP, they were able to lose?